Yeah, I think so. How do I take a picture? Oh.
Thanksgiving in the Northeast is truly a colorful feat.
No, this is truly correct. Happy birthday.
Happy Thanksgiving. Amen, Bhagwan.
Yeah.
Missing one of our turkey butters.
The Waldo one.
What's the Waldo one?
Cartoon and the
I spent
politician.
so much time watching it, and I was like, "This is so dumb." I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't watch it the first time, and then I
Videoing.
went back because I wanted to say.
Solid fellow. Seems smart enough. Likes me a lot.
Alcoholic.
A lot. Too much. Like a crazy person a little. Not super crazy, just something about him that creeps me out. I can't really explain it.
It's ridiculous. Can I go down there?
I think so.
Nobody will even know the difference, but there is some science. There's a lot more art and imagination in this process, because sometimes they say the wine spectator.
So, today I'm vlogging. It's not going to be like the typical high quality vlogs that you've come to expect of me. But hey, we all can't be perfect all the time. A few weeks ago, so Thanksgiving was recent-ish, so I had the clever, original, unique idea to talk about what I'm thankful for this holiday season or this year. So here we go. I'm grateful for where I am. That doesn't just mean geographically, although New York City has treated me decently since I have arrived. But it's more along the lines of where I am as a person. I think this year has been one of those years where I feel like some sort of progress has happened in my life. Obviously, the transition from becoming a student to having a full-time salaried job is a huge indicator of that, and a really amazing thing, you know, on top of having my own place and exploring life by myself. That obviously is part of it, but not all of it. I think this year I've seen interactions or come across experiences where even if it's a completely brand new experience or a completely brand new interaction, I've seen that there is a piece of it or something about it that harkens back to something that I have experienced or that I've seen from before and have better learned how to deal with, if any of that makes sense. All this is very abstract, but this is one of the years that I've figured out, this is one of the years where I've seen in myself that there has been some sort of progress in me as a person, socially, intellectually, emotionally, mentally, all of that sort of stuff. I've gotten some sort of sense that there's been progress over the course of my life, which should be expected, but is still something that I am grateful for. I'm also grateful for the things in my life. They say that money doesn't buy you happiness, but there are so many material things in my life that I've found to add value or like add something that makes me happy. And I think it's important to recognize that and important to figure out what exactly that is. I mean, our house is full of stuff, obviously. Not all of it brings value to us, and I think the process of figuring out what in your life, what material things in your life provides you happiness or provides you contentment, or at the very least provides convenience, which leads to some sort of happiness, is really important. I don't know, there's so many things. There's my ukulele, there's all of the skincare nonsense that I have, there's my phone, this apartment, which has been wonderful, my new Netflix account, all of these random things that are bought with money are things that I have seen add to my life as a whole, and I think it's important to figure that out for yourselves, to just know, to prioritize, right? Like, there are some certain things that I wouldn't get excited about or I wouldn't be interested in. Like, I don't know, if I got a set of really cool speakers, or I don't know, like eyelash extensions, or a really fancy pair of shoes. Like, there are certain things that aren't going to bring me any sort of happiness, even if they're like $20 or $50 or $70. But at the same time, there are things that are $20 or $50 or $70 or $100 that do bring me happiness. I spent $15 or $20 on a desk organizer for my desk at work, which makes me so happy because it makes everything just so organized within my drawers, and it just, adds a little bit of happiness to my life, and that's $15 worth of happiness. Or like all of that stuff, I think this year I realized is not something to be ashamed of. It shouldn't be. You should recognize that things can bring you happiness, but accept that not all things can. Right? And lastly, I'm grateful for the people in my life. But really, as much as I understood how much enjoyment comes from being on my own, and as much as I've loved this past week, you know, having my own place and coming home and being able to do my own thing and not interact with anybody, as much as I love that, I also recognize and appreciate the fact that there are people in my life who I am really lucky to know and to get to interact with, even if it's on a very rare basis or if it's on a daily basis. Like yesterday or 2 days ago, I hung out with Costanza at like 11 in the morning when she was at a doctor's appointment, and she was in my area, and we just got to hang out and chill. And at work, I think I've been lucky enough to be able to choose from a whole host of people who could each teach me different things, but I'm able to kind of pick and choose and experience everything. And I realize how lucky I am to have 3 or 4 of them who have taught me so much, and who I think will continue to teach me about not only how to work, but how to treat other people, how to interact in a work environment, how not to interact in a work environment, all that sort of stuff. And, you know, it's nice to have a set of people, even if they're all over the place, that you can rely on for different things. Obviously Dan exists, which is a good thing. But I think at the very, 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 very top of that list is you guys. You both, I am very grateful for. I think highly of you, and I love you. And I think you guys have taught me a lot. You guys have taught me a lot about how I should see the world. You've taught me about my expectations. You taught me about myself and my expectations of other people, how they should change, how they should not change. You've taught me that so many things are possible. There's one of you in medical school, one of you, I don't know, I was supposed to call. Okay, I love you. You guys have taught me so much, especially this year. You guys have made me, I think, past the age of something. You guys have had more of an impact on who I am, more so than Amanapa, and more so than many other people in my life, in very different ways. But I think it's all for the better. I know it's all for the better. And so for this very belated Thanksgiving video, thank you. I love you. I need a pee. Alright, bye. Why is it so smudgy? Is that better?